Today we are making very fluffy and light lemon chiffon cake. It's perfectly tangy, pillowy soft, and easy to make. I'm sharing how to make it step by step so that you can make it successfully in your own kitchen. I'm sharing 2 lemon frosting recipes to go with it, so you can pick one, lemon icing or lemon whipped cream. So let's get started. Before we start, check if your tools and ingredients are completely clean with no oil, liquid, or any residue because they prevent the egg whites from whipping well. 1. And we're gonna start whipping this later, so set this aside. And yolks go in a separate bowl. And add sugar for egg yolks all at once and immediately mix. Okay, and now we're gonna whip this. Whipping them is not a must, but it incorporates more air, which leads to a slightly fluffier cake. Stop once it looks pale, like mayonnaise. Okay, good. Okay, now add oil. Oil adds the richness and helps make the cake moist. And mix well. Okay, looks good. And zest lemon. It adds the amazing, refreshing flavor. Use only the yellow part because the white part beneath it is much bitter. So just zest lightly. Goes in. And of course, lemon juice. Because I wanted to make it tangier, I added more lemon juice in the beginning when I first tested, but the cake collapsed a lot. So when using lemon juice for chiffon cake or any sponge cake, it's important not to add it too much. And water. And mix. And then in here, add flour and baking powder. Because lemon juice makes the cake batter a bit more sensitive, we are adding some baking powder today to ensure it rises well in the oven. Cake flour is more common for making chiffon cake, but with this recipe, you can make a cotton soft lemon cake with all-purpose flour. So it's very important to whisk fast and evenly here because we do not want any lumps of flour in the finished cake. You do not have to worry about whisking too much. You're gonna get extremely fluffy cakes even if you whip really well here. Okay, it looks nice and smooth. So set this aside and we're gonna whip egg whites. First, whip egg whites until very foamy and bubbly, like hand soap. Once the meringue is ready, we want to move as quickly as possible while the meringue is in good condition. So before you start whipping, ensure all the tools are ready, like the pin, spatula, and toothpick. So as you can see, it's nice and foamy. So add all the sugar and whip more. Whip until it looks fluffy but not clumpy or separated. Lower the speed toward the end and be careful not to over whip it. To check the consistency, lift the whisk. The meringue should stand straight with the curled tip. Always give it a quick whisk by hand before checking to judge it precisely. So take out the whisk and add about 1/3 to half of the meringue. All goes in. And then fold. Scoop and toss. Scoop and toss. For chiffon cake, I like using a whisk to fold as it helps to remove lumps from the meringue easily. Okay. Once about 50% is blended, that's it. Stop right there and then add the rest of meringue. And then continue folding until roughly combined. All right, So take out the whip and then finish with the rubber spatula. At the end, clean up the side and then fold. Okay, flip the bottom and then sure I don't see anything uneven. Okay, this is done. It's important not to over mix the batter so it can rise well in the oven. Pour it into the pan immediately. Wiggle and toss the pan to flatten the surface and remove some large air bubbles. And swirl the batter with the toothpick or chopstick. This also removes any remaining big air bubbles. And this is optional, but by drawing lines like this, the cake batter rises a bit more neatly. This is actually something I recently started doing. Okay, let's bake. Bake it right away in the preheated oven at 340 Fahrenheit for 35 to 40 minutes. The cake should shrink slightly when the center is cooked through completely. I always insert a toothpick to check. It should come out clean with the few crumbs attached. And I forgot to do this today, but as soon as the cake is out, you can tap the pan on the counter a few times to give it a shock, which helps maintain the heat slightly better. And flipping the pan while cooling also helps with this. That being said, chiffon cake always deflates slightly as it cools, and this is very natural due to how it's made. So no need to feel disappointed even if it shrunk. As long as it didn't collapse horribly or it tasted great, it is a success. And to detach this cake, first you're gonna push the edges. And then push around the tube gently. And then flip. And then push right here to detach the side of the pan. Next, we're going to push the side of the cake inward to detach the bottom of the pan. Okay, I feel it's off. And ta-da! If you don't like this messy part, you can just clean them out. Go under and lift it up. Ooh. Okay, so in the bowl, add powdered sugar and lemon juice. Mix. Mix until smooth and you don't see any lumps of powdered sugar. Pour it over the cake to create the dripping effect. I saved about 1 tablespoon so I can use it to adjust the look later. Okay, ready, go! And then, using the extra icing, I'm going to drip it to where I want it. Like this. You don't want to take too much time here as the icing sets slowly. Finish this part while it is very fluid. Here I decided to push down more icing as it was a little bit too thick. Not an ideal situation, but it kind of worked. For special occasions, decorate it with fresh berries or your favorite fruits on top to dress it up. If you love eating chiffon cake with whipped cream, try this delicious version instead. Simply add heavy cream, honey, and lemon juice and whip together. And that's it. Because it contains lemon juice, it whips up much faster than regular whipped cream. So pay close attention and stop whipping as soon as it looks fluffy yet still loose. Do not whip until very fluffy as the acid firms up the whipped cream a bit more after it is made. That's one thing that you have to be careful with this frosting. You can frost the entire cake like this or just drop scoops on the slices to save some time. Now slice the cake and enjoy. It is incredibly fluffy like a cloud, perfectly tangy with the icing, not overly sweet, and perfectly moist. It is an amazing light cake for the spring and summer seasons, or all year round for lemon dessert lovers. If you tried it, please let me know how you enjoyed it for your special event. If the cake is not frosted, you can wrap the surface tightly with the plastic wrap and store at room temperature in the refrigerator or even in the freezer. To store the frosted cake, cover the cut side with plastic wrap and store it in an airtight container. And this cake was stored in the refrigerator for 24 hours and it was still very moist. Consume it within 1 to 2 days for the best taste. Or you can also completely omit decorating the cake and drizzle the icing or drop scoops of the whipped cream on top of the sliced cake. That way you can save some time. I often do this and the cake is still really fancy and festive. And in the past, I've also shared various other lemon dessert recipes. So check it out if you love lemon dessert like me. But that's it for today. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and check out my other tutorials. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.